So would it be okay to share with you a few ways to master your relationship with money? So first, let's consider a healthy money mindset. Why? Because for a large percentage of us, money tends to have a negative connotation or a slant. And that in turn affects every other aspect of our lives, mentally, emotionally, physically. It can cause anxiety and depression and other negative emotions that aren't helpful. So it's important to develop a strong, positive, powerful relationship with money. I remember growing up with this mantra from my mother in my head. This is my mom's voice. Honey, money doesn't grow on trees. Laura, or another good one that she had. We can't afford that. We have just enough, or even better. Money is evil. And the more money we have, the more problems we'll have. So, and yes, my mom actually said it that way. So, those are just temporary points of view. And the good news is that you can change that if you choose to. Now, the easiest way that I do it is by using affirmations. And, we've all heard that word. It's kind of a buzzword. It's out there all the time. But what is an affirmation? So, I looked it up in the Oxford Dictionary, and it defines an affirmation as a definite or public statement that something is true or that you support something strongly. Okay, that's the Oxford Dictionary. We may not realize how much power our words have. And it's time to tap into that and use that, because how many words do we say every single day? Don't you want them to? I invite you to think about using that as a tool to increase your wealth, not just your money, right? It's time to tap into that and get it working for us. So I challenge you to think about this. And I love this question. So if money was your lover, how would it talk to you? Would you need couples therapy for spending habits? Or maybe I'd always be chasing it and it would always be playing hard to get. I mean, we all know that game, ladies. Or maybe on the other side of things, you'd be smoochy with it and respecting and lifting each other up and investing and supporting each other. That's the kind of lover I want to have with money. So I have an affirmation I invite you to try. Now, this only works if everyone participates at the same time. And that way, no one will get embarrassed about participating. So I'm going to say it first. I'm just going to give you the whole thing. And then I'm going to have you all come off mute. And then I will lead you through it. I'll say it, you say it. And I'll do it in parts. Okay. So I say this one actually constantly during the day. And I have had massive breakthroughs myself. Okay. So here we go. This is the affirmation. I'm so grateful today that abundance comes to me easily and effortlessly on a consistent and everyday basis. All right, so everyone unmute. I'm going to say it, and then you're going to say it. Let's do it together. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to repeat it. I'm Marty, so I say, I'm so grateful today. They say it, and then I go through the whole thing. Great job, everyone. Okay, so put yourselves back on mute. And I loved how you all participated. I invite you to think about this. I challenge you to think about this. People tend to only want three things: more money, more time, and better health. And better health includes, better relationships, time with family, less stress, all of those things. Like that's included in health. And when I work with my clients, I'm going to make sure that those things are at top of mind. I'll give you a good example. I worked with this lady. We're going to call her Judy. Judy worked so hard. So she was selling small ticket items, $27 here, $57 here, offering her expertise for cheap prices. She would do bits and bits and bytes of things, and she would bring in a little money. And she started working with me, and we got really clear on what she wanted in her life and the things that were getting in her way. And her mindset she couldn't absorb that she was deserving of so much more, not just in money, but in wealth. And I ended up working with her for 12 months. And now she only sells high ticket, like 20, 5, 10, 20K. And she owns it. I'm so proud of her and all the work that she's done, because She really was ready to go. She was just on the edge of it, and she was ready to step into her power and her new level of deserve, which was so much higher than what she originally had.